All right, so Bear Grylls posted on his social media reading from a new book he's written set to publish in the spring of 2025 called The Greatest Story Ever Told. And his post is causing some controversy online, and we're going to talk about it. So, Bear Grylls stated in his book the word Palestine, which is a dirty word in today's day and age, especially for conservative American Christians like myself. It's not Palestine, it's Israel, right? Well, and you'll have to look up the video on his social media. I'm not posting it in my video here. He refers to this area as first century Palestine, where this story is taking place. It's the story of Christmas, the birth of Jesus. And he wrote, and people are upset about this. And he said, and just because he said Palestine. And he wrote a response on his video on Facebook that he took this word Palestine from maps of the area that are in his Bible. It's not meant to cause any controversy. People are making the claim that Bear Grylls has called Mary, mother of Jesus, a Palestinian girl, and that is not correct. He did not say that. It mentioned they're from Palestine. And he wrote a response on his Facebook, and I'll post that here. So you can read that there. He got that from maps in his Bible. And I can attest that in my Bible that I had when as a kid, I don't have it in my home now. I know it's still at my parents' house, though. There were maps in that Bible that referred to modern day Israel as Palestine. And I do have a Bible here in my house. This is a Bible that was given to my wife 20 years ago. Palestine in the New Testament. That area has been referred to Palestine in the past. I don't know the origin of it, but perhaps it does date back to Roman times. This map on the other side of the page says it there as well. Land of Palestine. So there it is. And I know my maps in my Bible, the Adventure Bible, if you're a 90s kid and have that Bible too. These maps are copyright 1996 Tyndale House Publishers. My Bible was a little older than that, I know. It said Merry Christmas 1993 from my parents in it. And people are saying Bear Grylls needs to read his Bible. He's not a real Christian, anything like that. And most of these nasty comments are coming from Breitbart News, posted this Bear Grylls controversy on their Facebook page, and it's just not true. Bear Grylls has been a Christian since he was a teenager. He's never been ashamed to share his faith. He's written about it in his books. I have this book here from Bear. This was, relatively early on in his entertainment career. This is published in 2008. It's a survival book. And if you study survival skills, you'll notice a lot of good teachers will talk to you about, the mindset and psychology of survival. And that's what the first chapter of this book is about. And, you need the right mindset to survive in the wild. And let's read what Bear Grylls says is the backbone of that. Just one paragraph here. So often, those who have depended on that will and spirit in their lives talk about a faith. Sometimes it is hard to draw out of them, but it is so often the reason for their survival. We all need hope, more than you might realize. And that hope needs a home, which for me is my Christian faith. Where you find your faith is personal to you, but Jesus Christ is the source of my survival fire. And who better to have beside you when you are alone, scared, and cold, and a long way from home? It takes a proud man to say he needs nothing. So, calls it out there in this book from 2008. His autobiography, I believe this was published in 2012, somewhere around there, 2012 to 2015, somewhere in those years. Mud, Sweat, and Tears, international bestseller. He is very unabashed about his faith. Yeah, published in 2012. Sharing his faith in this book and proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ. So don't say Bear Grylls isn't a Christian, doesn't know what he's talking about. He even has a devotional called Soul Fuel, and it's excellent to read. I need to read it more. Even in this book, if you think maybe Bear Grylls is pro-Palestinian and pro-Muslim or whatever, he calls out a passage from the Quran in this devotional here. It's number 19 in the book. It's called The Foot of the Cross. It starts off, some people doubt whether Jesus actually died on the cross. They say it was a hoax, a conspiracy to fool the world. Even the Quran has bought the myth, stating they did not kill him. Neither did they crucify him. It only seemed to be so. Surah 4:157. And then it goes on to give evidence of, the death of Jesus on the cross from the Gospel of John. So, by quoting the Quran there and that blasphemy in the Holy Book of Islam, he's kind of giving a condemnation of Islam there because they go against what he believes in his Christian faith. So before you knock Bear Grylls, know the whole story. People are also giving him grief about using the word refugee and referring to Jesus, baby Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. If you know the history there, Herod, the king of Judea at the time, he put a proclamation out that every baby boy 2 years and older got to be killed, because the prophecy of the Messiah, who would be the new king of the Jews, was floating around, and that this Messiah had been born, and Herod didn't want to give up his throne, so he said, kill all these babies. So Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus left and went to Egypt for, I think, about 2 years. They lived there. So they fled their home for fear of persecution, death from a totalitarian dictator. That's fleeing their home to escape. That is kind of the definition of being a political refugee. All right? So I don't get the controversy. Is it also that he called them, he calls Jesus a Middle Easterner? Well, look on a map. The land of Israel, or Palestine as he referred to it, that's in the Middle East, guys. So get with the program and don't buy into the nonsense posted by media outlets like Breitbart News. Even though I like Breitbart News, I follow them, been following them for years, but they are to conservatism as what CNN is to liberalism. And there's a lot of bullshit. So take it easy, guys. We'll see you on the next video.